Mark was driving home late at night when his car suddenly sputtered and died along a deserted rural road. He cursed his luck. There hadn't been a house or another car for miles. His phone flashed, "No service." Shivering against the cold, Mark popped the hood and tried to get the engine restarted. No luck. He'd have to walk and find help. Leaving the car, Mark set off along the pitch-black road, flashlight in hand. After a half hour with no sign of civilization, Mark finally spotted the glow of a porch light in the distance. As he got closer, he saw it was a large, old-fashioned manor house set back from the road. He hurried eagerly to the front door. An elderly man answered Mark's knock and listened to his car trouble plight. "Come in. I'll call my mechanic to retrieve your vehicle," the man offered in a gravelly voice. Grateful, Mark stepped inside the candle-lit entryway. As the man shuffled away to make the call, Mark explored the house. The interior was sumptuously decorated, but everything looked antiquated. Mark entered what appeared to be a study, full of massive bookshelves and eclectic artifacts. His eyes landed on a glass jar on the desk holding what looked like a preserved severed hand suspended in liquid. Mark recoiled, unsettled. Just then, a secret door in the bookcase slid open and the elderly man reappeared. "My mechanic is on his way," he wheezed. "Please, join me for some tea while you wait." Mark hesitated but didn't want to appear rude, so he followed the man into a parlor where a tea service was set up. As they sipped tea, Mark noticed the man had an ornate glass eye in place of his left one. Mark tried not to stare as they made stilted small talk. Suddenly, the lights in the house began to flicker. The man gasped. "Oh no! Not tonight!" he cried. Before Mark could ask what he meant, the man grasped Mark's arm with surprising strength. "We must hide, quickly!" He pulled Mark into a closet just as someone started banging violently on the front door. Peering through the closet slats, Mark watched in horror as 3 hulking figures burst into the parlor. They were dressed in dirty butcher smocks, wielding large meat cleavers. The elderly man stood frozen. "Time's up, old man. You know the deal," one attacker growled. To Mark's shock, the elderly man got down on his knees and readily offered up his hand, the one wearing the jeweled ring finger. With one savage swing of the cleaver, the finger was severed. The man howled in agony, collapsing as the intruders departed with their prize. Once they were gone, Mark rushed to the bleeding man's side. As he wrapped up the man's hand, Mark demanded to know what that was about. The elderly man broke down, confessing that the ring contained a magic stone that had allowed him to cheat death for centuries. But to maintain his unnatural longevity, the stone's power had to be periodically renewed with blood. Those men had been providing victims, and now wanted the ring for themselves. Having bound up the man's wound, Mark helped him to his study. Going to a cabinet, the man withdrew an identical ring set with the same strange stone. "Here, wear this ring and kill those men when they return tomorrow," the man urged Mark, pressing the ring into his hand. "It is the only way."